Well, we have placed the image graphic that we created onto this web page. And what we need to do now is put in the code that allows you to separate out these little areas so that when your visitor puts his or her mouse pointer on top of Contact Ernie and clicks, it takes them to the Contact Ernie page. Okay, I'm going to click on the graphic, and the graphic is active. I can see the little handlebars on it, which are telling me that this is an active graphic. The first item is the home page, and I'm coming down into my file area, and I know that the index page is the home page. I want to make sure that I can see down here was called the hotspot tool. And this allows me to click, and I could create, a polygon or a circle. I want a rectangle. So I'm going to click on the rectangle, and when I place the mouse pointer on top of the graphic, it kind of turns into the crosshairs. So I can click and drag out across my graphic. And when I let go, well, first off it's saying, hey, please give us some sort of a alt text item for the visually impaired. Okay, I'll type in home. Right now in the link area is saying pound sign, and we know that the pound sign means come back to me or just don't go anywhere. But I'm going to use the compass, and I'm going to point to the index file, and we can see that the link now has been replaced with index.htm, and that's going in the active hotspot that we have created here. Okay, next thing is about Ernie. Let's find the About Ernie page. That's it. I'm kind of just finding it so I know where it is. The hotspot tool is still selected, and you're probably noticing I like to start at the back end and go across. And I don't know why, but I've discovered over the years that it's just easier for me to do that. I want to be very careful that I don't overlap the previous area where things were. It's asking for the alternative, and this is About Ernie. I'll use the compass tool to point to the correct file. Okay, next thing is family. Let's find the family file. There it is. I made sure that I have the hotspot tool. I'm going to click and drag across the family item, being very careful not to overlap. I'll call this family, and I'm going to point to the family item. Once again, next thing is friends. I see friends, it's right there. I'm going to make sure that the hotspot rectangle tool is selected. I'm going to come in and highlight friends. So I'll type this in as FRIENDS. Create the link. Contact is next. Contact. There it is. Once again, the rectangular tool is still there. And I'm going to click and drag across contact. And we'll put in the alternative text. And make the link. Okay, we have mapped out where the mouse pointers are going to be active. Let's do a Command S to save this document.